Right, this morning we're leaving Pandy Caravan and Motorhome Club site and heading for Raglan Castle. And I was looking this morning, I was in the toilets, and they've got a huge picture of it in the toilets.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's a magnificent castle. I mean, what it must have looked like in its heyday.
Yeah. It opens at 9:30. According to the sat nav, we'll be there at 9:15.
Go back towards Abergavenny, isn't it?
Aye.
Then pick up the A40.
Continue on A465. Keep right to A40. Continue on A40 and exit to A40.
Raglan itself to the right.
No, it's not. It's to the left.
Yeah, castle to the left by the looks of it.
Keep left on Castle Road.
It's over there on our left.
Oh yeah, wow.
It is very impressive.
Navigate off-road.
Okay.
In other words, you're on your own now.
Ouch. Feels like you are off-road as well.
Cafe closed.
Cafe closed now, right?
Look at that.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
the original bit. The original Tower of Gwent is on the left there. That's about 14 something or other that was built, and then the rest of it, a lot of it was Tudor times and even into Stuart times, which is 17 something, isn't it?
Probably a castle. Probably not allowed up on the upper floors normally in these.
No, there's a lot in
castles.
the newer bit. There's a lot sort of on the ground. You can go up in the old tower, but obviously she won't be allowed to.
We're a bit early. Poppy's barking at Herbert the cat. Come on, Poppy, come. Stop. There.
Yeah, so that's the original part over there. Okay. That's, I think it was built about 1435 or something like that. And you can see how it was destroyed at the end of the
Civil War.
English Civil War. They took those bricks out and set fire to it.
A tremendous moat.
So there was another gatehouse there.
Yeah.
So you'd have to get through that first and then come up to this one. This has got like 2 portcullises in it.
Yeah. Well, there's another. Well, I mean, you've obviously got that tower there.
Yes, the original
So
castle.
there must have been another bridge there.
Yep, there was. Drawbridge there. You'll see that when we get round to it. There must have been a drawbridge here.
Would have had the murder holes up there, wouldn't you?
That's right.
Still some glass in the windows here.
Some of these holes in the wall, they were the cannon fires.
Oh, for cannons?
No, the holes up there when the castle was attacked. You see that above this window
just
here?
Here?
Yeah, that's where cannons hit it.
Yeah.
Now those are gun holes down there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Cannon holes. Yeah. There's a shooting loop there, isn't there?
That's right. And there's another gun one there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see up there, that's where the portcullis would have been.
Yeah, there was 2 of them, and a couple of sets of doors as well.
Yeah. Yeah, would have been another door here.
That's right. Another hole there.
Another hole to shoot at people.
And one there.
Yeah. Drop things from above up there.
Yep.
Wow.
This is quite interesting in here, Tara. Because this is the guard room.
Yeah.
And they obviously cook their own food because they've got a fire there and they've got a bread oven.
Yeah.
And then you've got sort of upper floors.
Door there. The closet tower.
Yes, down there is a prison.
Okay. Decorated room in here. All about the chieftain of Raglan. Oh, the children of Raglan. Okay. Well, that's all about.
Oh, I don't know what that's about.
I suppose you ought to read that, but yeah. What about William Herbert? Now you're saying William Herbert?
William Herbert, the cat's probably named after then.
Oh, right, yeah.
He sees Pembroke Castle in 1461 during the War of the Roses. He found the 4-year-old Henry Tudor inside, who was to become Henry VII, wasn't he?
Mm. William ap Thomas. After the Norman invasion, powerful marcher lords ruled the border between England and Wales. Built new arrivals built castles to hold the land they seized, made alliances with local leaders, overcome fierce resistance from the native Welsh princes. William ap Thomas celebrated his family's growing wealth by creating a grander home. Richard of York, the Marcher Lord of Usk, gave him permission to replace the old Blewett Manor House with a castle. You're going down there, Poppy,
I don't know whether Poppy's allowed.
I don't think it was really worth it, Pops. A little painting of it.
I think behind here are some more gun holes, but...
Is what?
Small gun holes, I think, under here.
And the fireplace, this is more sort of Stuart time, I suppose.
That's right, yeah, it is.
Wow. This is quite something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You could come in here, wouldn't you? On your horse and whatever, and then into this great big courtyard.
Massive windows here.
Yes.
I assume.
Yeah, they were lodgings. I mean, the video I saw, he was talking about, that was really like a Tudor hotel, that.
Yeah. Yeah, Poppy, musical keys. Poppy.
Very good.
Now play a tune there, Popsy.
This was another kitchen here. Seems to be kitchens everywhere.
Oh, there's
There's
an oven
like
at the back there, then, presumably.
That'd be the big oven, and then there's a bread oven there. Oh.
Must have been more here as well then.
Yeah, this was another one. You can see like the insides, can't you, of
Yeah.
an oven.
Big room here. Fireplace.
Fireplace, yeah, you probably roast your pig or whatever in there. There do seem to be a lot of kitchens. There's even a kitchen tower.
Kitchen tower.
Yeah, this, hang on a minute.
Look.
Stop. This was the serving hatch. So that's the kitchen in there. We'll go in a minute, but once everything was cooked and going to be taken to the Great Hall,
Okay.
it would be placed here.
Right. Grief. Come on then. Come on, Pop.
There's probably like the servants' quarters above, isn't it?
Oh, another massive fire up the top there.
Yeah. There's fireplaces everywhere.
Bread ovens.
This was a cooking place, so this would have been a big oven. It's got a great big arch, isn't it, up there? You've got, I think you've got two. Oh no, you haven't. You've got one huge bread oven there. That's massive, isn't it? Imagine the
Yeah.
amount of bread you could do in that.
Yeah. And another one over there.
Another one over here.
Had a massive fire.
Yeah,
They certainly built this on a scale, didn't they?
they did. Well, I think they used to entertain a lot of people, and also the staff that lived here as well.
Yeah.
They were quite a rich family.
Yeah, it says elaborate dining was a mark of wealth and prestige in the 15th and 16th century. Raglan became famous for its hospitality under Sir William Herbert, and the bard Dafydd Llwyd praised the castle as having 100 rooms filled with festive fare.
Yeah, so it is. It's like a massive hotel.
It was built when Sir William Herbert extended his...
Bless you, T.
Kitchen was built when Sir William Herbert extended his father's castle, and when important guests arrived with large retinues, Sir William's servants had to cook for hundreds of people.
Yeah, because everybody that came would bring a load of servants with them, wouldn't they? So they'd have to cater for them. And also, so in that corner there and in this corner here are like drainage holes, because the floor would get covered, wouldn't it, in all sorts of muck and oil and
juices.
fat and whatever.
Yeah.
And that was to allow it to run away.
Okay. Coming on there then.
So was this another oven or?
No, it says in the kitchen, listen as Edward shows the cook another gadget. It's something for the kids, isn't it?
Yes. Got candles on it.
Candles, yeah, to try and heat the fish with candle power.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost like chapel windows up the top there. So you bring your food across here.
Yeah, this was all covered in at one time. But you go along this passage into the Great Hall.
Oh, wow. Look at that ornate fireplace up there.
Yeah.
And another one there.
Yep. You still see some of the plaster, can't you, on the
Yeah,
wall?
plaster's still there.
Especially around the window over there.
Assembling the feast. Needed 24 serving staff, including the yeoman of the pantry and the buttery, to serve a typical meal. Names of these rooms give a clue to their function. The pantry contained bread from the French word pain, and the buttery held drink stored in barrels called butts. I'm going down here, Pops.
Tara, wait.
Ooh, another dark dungeon, Pops.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe not then.
I'll go and have a look. Poppy's going to have a look anyway. Come on then.
Okay. We'll go and see what you were looking at. We'll go and find them around here, T.
Ooh, goes through. Come on then, Papa. I don't know what this room was for. Quite a nice view outside. These must have been bedrooms, I guess. Hang on, Papa, we'll carry in a minute. Go on then, go on. And down we go. Go on. Go on now. Come on. Go on this way. Serving passage. You worried, T?
She was worried, yeah. This is where you would have sat and eat, I think, in here.
My goodness. Heart of the household. So this was the largest and most public room in the castle, and it was built to impress. Space had in this space the household celebrated feast days, entertained guests and had formal meetings. The third Earl built the hall you now see in the mid-1500s, adapting Sir William Herbert's building, which had rested on the foundations of the original manor house. A hammer beam roof spanned the room. Roofs like this allowed builders to span a wide space without needing pillars. The oriel window flooded one end of the hall with morning light. Musicians sat in a high gallery at the other end, above the doors to the buttery and pantry. Where you sat indicated your status. The higher the rank, the nearer your seat was to the raised platform at the top of the hall.
So where were these windows then?
Yeah.
There?
There's one anyway. Oh, those are 3 windows there, aren't they?
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured that out. So
No, I can't at the moment. That's what I was struggling with. What's happened to that?
3 smaller windows. Yeah, okay. Can't quite see that. Yeah, some
Unless
plaster on the
they've
wall.
probably been bricked in. One goes up there.
Well, there's a massive window there, isn't there, sir? Maybe there was a window here originally. Yeah.
No, and that's definitely those windows, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where that other one was.
Maybe there was one here. Well, this is
So don't get trapped in them, will you? Can't get out.
what that's for. God, it's a long way back. Isn't it?
Got some Latin on the top. I think it's Latin. I don't know what it means though.
Says, who's this idiot sitting here?
I think this was the chapel here.
Oh, what?
The chapel,
Chapel.
because you've
Yeah.
got a kneeling thing.
Yeah. That's where I went down there. Takes you into the, I assume it was servants' quarters or something.
It could have been the pantry or something like that. If it was quite cold and dark.
Just look up at the fine curved window at the end of the building. And the window formed one end of the long gallery and gave the family and guests a spectacular view of the castle's ornamental gardens and lakes. Obviously some sort of courtyard here, isn't there?
Ah.
Okay.
Do you know the story of this?
Oh, there's a fountain here, wasn't there?
There was, yeah. I can't remember the name of the guy, but he's said to be the first person that got a steam engine to work.
Okay.
And he'd got some contraption, some water thing that I think it was underneath one of these towers.
Yeah.
And it shot a load of water up. And the story is that it made a lot of noise, this contraption. And when the Roundhead soldiers came originally, they were all out here and they could hear all this noise and they thought there must be a load of soldiers here, a load of weapons, because this thing was making a noise, and then it shot all this water out and that they left.
We're going over here by the looks of it. Go on then. What's down there, T? Was she allowed up here? This is what...
I think she's just not allowed to climb up in the tower. But just says this was a parlour with a dining room above.
Quite incredible.
There's more in here. This is the other side of the gatehouse.
Yeah. Come on, you can go up this bit. Good grief. Designed as effective for defence, forcing attackers onto this narrow bridge. The bridge was first built by William ap Thomas in the 1430s. It had two bascule drawbridges, one wide and one narrow. The vertical slots on the face of the great tower held the wooden beams and chains when the drawbridge was raised. Widely used design in France, but unique in Britain.
You see those great big slots there?
Oh, what, the vertical slots?
Yeah, that's where the drawbridge.
Okay.
There were two. I think they were blocked up on that side. One of them.
Yeah.
So imagine that. So they didn't have this nice walkway.
They didn't have the lilies in the pond, probably. This is a stunning castle. Can I come in, T?
Tara? Big door. Tara's guarding this one, aren't you?
A chest with a man trap around it.
There's a well down there, because unlike the other castle had a well outside, that had one inside.
So they couldn't poison it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a shame, isn't it, if that kept its wall there.
Yeah. Amazing place. Mind you, it gives you some nice views out.
Does, yeah.
Right, I'm going to go up the top, girls.
You're not allowed, Poppy,
but you're not allowed to
sorry.
go up. Sorry, you'll have to stay there. I don't know how far this goes.
I think it goes right up.
Okay.
You can't go, Poppy, I'm sorry. They don't allow dogs up the top. No, you can't, sorry. Sorry, come here.
Oh, it's still going. There's the car. Blimey. Oh my goodness. See if we can do a slow whiz round. Fantastic. Whoa. There we are, we're down. This is the Yellow Tower of Ghent. Massive 5-storey tower is one of the oldest surviving parts of Raglan Castle. When completed, it dominated the landscape and was called the Yellow Tower of Ghent. As well as being a military stronghold, it publicly proclaimed the importance of the Herberts, first Welsh family to enter the English nobility. The family used the upper floors as apartments, and the ground floor had a strong room for the castle's valuables. In Elizabethan times, the Earl added a stone wall around the base to make quiet walking area with benches set into the stonework. Remarkable inventor Edward Somerset, 2nd Marquis of Worcester, built his extraordinary water commanding engine next to the moat in the 1630s. This used steam power to shoot a jet of water into the air as high as the top of this great tower, and was the first practical steam powered machine ever built. The tower survived the siege of 1646 largely intact, but was deliberately destroyed afterwards. The victors tried to dismantle the tower by hand and failed, so they dug under one corner and let it collapse into the moat. What a shame. Incredible. Garter rope, I think, girls. Yeah, so it's actually got a little seat there as well. Oh. There's the well. Underneath the drawbridge here. You can walk round. You want to walk round? Yeah.
Well, I can't sort of figure out, was this part the original castle? It must have been, wasn't it?
No, obviously the Tower of Ghent was built a little bit later, wasn't it?
No, that's the first bit of the castle, Tower of Ghent.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I told you that on the way in.
Oh, yeah. So this bit here was the first bit that was built.
It looks, with all this brick, like it was
Yeah,
later,
I mean,
doesn't it?
He said it was a yellow tower, so I wonder if it was painted,
Oh,
painted
it's
yellow. Got little, he created walkways, it said, there with a, obviously I presume that was a garderobe. Yeah.
You can get down into the moat there if you really wanted to. No, Poppy.
No, you're not going down there. Go on. I mean, it's fantastic, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's not up there with Caerphilly, I think, possibly better.
More to it, I think.
Yeah. Quite complex.
It is. Well, I think because of all the bits that were added on.
Yeah.
Probably were having a lot of guests and they realised we still haven't got enough room, so I have to build some more.
How much room did you need? I mean, just imagine if this tower would have been here. Wow.
Yes.
The sun's coming out for us as well. Yeah. Go on then, Bob. No.
There's some more cannon damage there, cannon fire damage. When they tried to take the main castle there, there's holes in the wall.
Yeah.
It was quite strongly built, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's just been bouncing off it really, wouldn't it? Chipping a little bit off it. And you've got the coat of arms up there. Massive fireplace here.
So this is the south gate.
Yeah. Was that a fireplace, do you think? Yeah, possibly.
Possibly, but you've
That
got a
was
gun,
there. Yeah.
gun thing there.
Yeah. That's an air raid shelter there by the looks of it.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. Or at least a World War II type thing. Oh, we'll definitely have to take some pictures, won't we? Where are we? See if we can get another selfie shot. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot.
It is, it's brilliant.
Absolutely
it really
brilliant.
is.
Yeah. Green was used for lawn bowls. Opposing teams roll wooden balls towards a small black jack and score points for being the closest to the after all the balls have been used. It was so popular that Henry VIII and James I both banned ordinary people from playing it on Sundays because it distracted them from archery practice. Gentlemen, however, were allowed to play as long as they had their own land. The 4th Earl of Worcester probably created his bowling green at the same time as the moat walk below it. The oldest families in Raglan village say their ancestors came to the castle to see Charles playing bowls here during his visits to Raglan.
Yeah, he would have come when the tower was intact then, wouldn't he?
Yeah. There you are, there's a complete map of the whole area.
It's amazing gardens, aren't there, just outside?
Yeah. Seats in here by the looks of it.
That's what I was looking at them, you know, when I was further up the tower, thinking, I wonder what they are.
Must
be.
Plaster. It says here, 15 brick niches held statues of Roman emperors set against a background of painted plaster decorated with seashells. Along the formal gardens and landscape at the rear of the castle, the moat walk reflected the growing importance of gardens as places of leisure and peace rather than just for food or medicine.
And sadly, by that time, that would have been like that, wouldn't it? 17 something.
Well, 1700s,
yeah,
yeah.
1649 that happened.
Yeah. Oh, you've got to remember, castles were built for war, weren't they, really? That's what they were about. They're about protecting your power and your land.
Mm.
And obviously the last civil war in this country, fortunately, it was quite a few years ago.
1642 to 1651.
You can see a bit of the colour in here. Simile. There we go. Armagh. Dublin. Edinburgh in Scotland. Chester, Lincoln, Colchester, London, Glastonbury.